Hey Capricorn, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Tonight I'm going to be doing your love and then some read for the month of June. Wanted to say subscribers, thanks. You guys come on in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate all of your support. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, guys. Thanks so much. I love all of your positive comments. Keep them coming. So, cross watchers, come on in. Let's see if we can get Capricorn a good read. I busted out the old girls tonight, y'all. Okay, it looks like Capricorn, it's been communicated that there is a loss. There's been some sort of a loss. And you're defensive about this communication. You're defensive about this loss. And it looks like you're just, you know, your words are cutting because you're defensive and you're just going stone cold. Because of this defensiveness. Perhaps that is your defensiveness. Your defenses, excuse me. So let's see what the cards have to say. Bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Cups. So this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this is giving love, nurturing love, but not being quite sure if you need to give that love or not. 3 for you, 3 for your partner, 3 for the state of the relationship. Remember, lines 1 and 2 can be reversed. If I refer to you as line 1 and you're line 2, then switch them up. This is a general read. It may not resonate with everyone. You guys know how to reach me for a personal. Center of your read, 3 of Swords, heartbreak. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months for whatever these energies represent for you. So let's see what the cards have to say. Major Arcana in this spread is the Sun, the Empress, and Death, all in a row here. Wow. So there could have been some issues, it looks like to me, with the loss of abundance, the loss of happiness. Somebody's going through dark night of the soul, perhaps. They're having to transform. Okay, so transformation. Holding back love. Having the idea that you need to give love. Okay? Looks like you're reminiscing about a soul relationship. A soulmate, watching the kids play, an idea that you had about relationship. You're unhappy about how this turned out. It turned out that, you know, maybe this didn't work out the way you thought. And now you have burdens as a result. These are emotional burdens, I think. Your partner here, there's been some stagnation with your partner. Heartbreak, and it looks like your partner's moved away from the relationship, moved away from something, moved away from heartbreak, or they physically moved, okay? Again, transformation out of happiness, loss, grief. There's been some stagnation in getting a family off the ground, a soulmate relationship off the ground. Somebody's taking a break. Maybe there was a loss of pregnancy here. Maybe a loss of a child. That was heartbreaking. Somebody's having to have some mental issues with that situation. Loss of a loved one, a loss of a wife, a girlfriend, whatever. Somebody's moving away from burdens, though, because they're moving toward their transformation. They're moving toward better days. They've learned a great deal, many lessons, and they are shifting and transforming into newness. So let's get some clarifiers on it and see what they have to say. Trying to choose which clarifiers I'm going to use. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Some of you could deal with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, air signs, Scorpio in particular, Leo, Libra. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have an offer of love, Capricorn. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn making the decision to offer love. Okay, you're making the decision to offer love. You're not quite sure if you should or not. Okay, here you're making the decision. Yeah, it looks like somebody had some secrets that they told you. They communicated some things that kind of disturbed you a little bit. You made a judgment call on this situation. And you made a judgment call on the situation, and it wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be. See, this fantasy turned into this, and this nostalgia turned into this, and you made a judgment call on it, and it kind of disturbed you the way that this panned out. You are building again, closing out old cycles, moving forward, okay, but you're trying to hold on to your money. Perhaps you're trying to hold on to a job as well, trying to hold on to a supervisory position, trying to hold on to something. You're just now coming to the idea that you want to go forward with love, new passion. Maybe you're trying to hold on to the idea that there's still some hope and love here, Capricorn, for you to be able to move forward, but you're juggling. And you're not seeing your options in relationship. Again, Scorpio, transformation. You're coming out of that energy in which you're holding back, and you're transitioning toward being able to love again. Yeah, burdens, tower moments. Tower moments in choosing to come together. You see, they've not chosen to come together yet. So maybe this idea, you know, really came down to a choice, and the choice was not made by either you or your partner to come together in this relationship. Of course, it looks like you got in the boat, okay? You see how this is the before tarot. When they get into the boat, they're just now getting into the boat and moving away. And now they are actually moving. So, again, Capricorn, you're coming into the idea that you need to get away from these energies. You need to move toward a brighter day. And it looks like here you're going to be doing that. Or maybe your partner's let go and you haven't let go yet, or vice versa. Of course, you know, the Prince of Pentacles does represent, you know, stagnation, but it's solid, you know, because it takes a while to get there, Capricorn. But once it gets there, it's totally solid, okay? Totally solid. So, yeah, it looks like you're throwing yourself into work. You were willing to put the work into this relationship, but for some reason, this just couldn't get up off the ground. And it's kind of something that began, something that was over before it began, okay? It could have been dealing with Gemini. So, devotion, learning how to become loyal and devoted and committed to something. And, you know, to love relationship. But look, this lover is on the ground. They haven't quite decided to take your hand and to stand there with you. They never decided to do that. And it was a heartbreak that didn't happen. So to me, this says that, you know, because of the stagnation here, This was a love story that never quite happened. It was over before it began. You're trying to become balanced at this point. You're being given tools along your journey to become balanced. You have to make balanced decisions because you're having trouble after this heartbreak, or your partner is, maintaining and regaining your balance. You're trying to let bygones be bygones and pick up your staff and move forward in love relationship, or your partner is. You know, it looks like your partner just kind of went off into the night. Perhaps after this loss, they just kind of faded out of your life. And it looks like your partner may be trying to find their hope again as well. Communication, there's potential for communication, but it's not quite happening yet because there's something blocking it. There's some illusions here blocking that. Again, you could have been involved with a woman who had 2 children already. Maybe this third child just wasn't what your partner wanted. It looks like that they went with just ending the situation by walking away. They never even picked the cup up. Your partner's trying to come into their balance and into their abundance again, or this could be you, by moving away from this situation because it's something they can't deal with, basically, Capricorn. Whatever happened in this situation, they couldn't deal with it. This loss, this beginning that never began, they couldn't really deal with it, so they moved away from it. You know, they kind of repressed it. They pretended like it didn't happen. It's easier not to deal with it, basically. Yeah, it looks like your partner's just trying to mend a situation. They're trying to mend the soil. They're trying to mend their harvest. They're working diligently trying to reap a harvest here by moving away. They feel like their abundance will be in moving away. Again, they've just decided to block this totally out. You know, they haven't picked up the swords yet. They haven't made a decision. They haven't moved. They're not even guarded yet. They're just blinded. Okay? And they've decided to block this situation out completely. They know that they're hurting themselves by doing this. They know that they're allowing themselves to be limited by doing this, but they're doing it anyway. Again, you could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Looks like they may have had an offer from another person. Okay, maybe they had an offer from another lover that they could start fresh with. There wasn't history with, perhaps. Yeah, so, I mean, the happiness in this situation is just growing cold. It's just grown cold. Somebody's having anxiety. They're on the verge of breaking down. They haven't quite done it yet, but see all this blood up here on these swords? It's definitely hurting still. And somebody's trying to make the decision to pick up their staff and move forward. Messages are coming in. It's getting better day by day. Somebody is, though, still picking up burdens all along the way on this journey because they've blinded themselves and they refuse to see. And they're making themselves into a victim by picking up these burdens. By not dealing with the situation, they are not going to be laying these burdens down anytime soon. Somebody wants to come in with fast-moving communication, but it looks like to me they're having to beat off all the haters. They're having to beat off the haters to get to the communication part. Perhaps there was quite a lot of gossip or opinions being thrown about something that was really no one's business. And this gentleman here is having to beat off the haters. Perhaps that's you or your partner. And they see that their children are their future, or you do, and that their children are their world, and they're trying to make the decision to move toward what's best for the children. The truth is obscured. It hasn't quite come out yet. They haven't become enlightened, and they're not quite ready for a new beginning in this situation either. They haven't decided to pull this sword out of the stone to reveal the truth and to reveal the path for the future. And it looks like to me they're just trying to take a break here. They're not really engaged with their family, and they're not really engaged with you. They're not really engaged in anything. They're just kind of taking a rest. Okay, some of you could be dealing with twin flame energy, as the butterflies indicate. Okay, they're just resting. They're not even ready to get up and move forward. And it looks like they need to undergo a transformation. They're moving toward that. You're moving toward that. Somebody is working hard to find their peace, to try to maintain their balance, to gain balance. But they're not quite there yet because they're trying to find their peace. They can't have balance all of a sudden. That's a journey in itself. You have to find your peace before you can have your balance. And again, somebody's coming to that, but it's coming really slow. And it could be coming really slow because there may be money issues involved here. Somebody just wants to put this behind them. You see these trees right here? They're back here. These trees are behind them. There are messages still coming. They're trying to be contented in their garden here. They just want to put this behind them, Capricorn, and move forward. It doesn't look like they're giving. There may be other suitors here, but it's not serious. They're not giving to anyone, not even to themselves. There's no equal give and take, no giving going on here. They're trying to decide. They're trying to comfort themselves and take action and moving forward. You could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're just trying to find their peace, Capricorn, because something really damaging happened here. I gather it's with the loss of this child that really threw your partner out. And it stunted this relationship from even really beginning. Your partner's just trying to block this out and move forward. They're trying to find their peace. They're trying to take action, but she hasn't picked that staff up yet. Still praying for the courage to do so. So, let's see where you are spiritually, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, it looks like you're being called to move on from the situation. Even though you felt like this person was your soulmate, you're going to have to use your communication skills and be based in reality and move on from this situation until the opportunity comes around again. Speak your truth. Again, throat chakra energy. Okay, you're just going to have to... Sometimes we don't get our closure, you know what I mean? This was a sudden change for you independently. Sometimes we don't get our closure. Sometimes we don't get the opportunity to speak and get our closure. Sometimes we have to make our own closure. So you may need to exercise your throat chakra and find someone to talk to about it. Or speak out to them. Whatever way you have to do in order to get your closure. But it looks like to me you're going to have to provide your own closure for the situation for now. There are obstacles and challenges here. There are big hurdles, big changes happened here. You have to keep going forward, listen to your divine guidance, and overcome that. You're going to have to find a way to close this gap, though. Again, this speaks of closure. Closing this gap up. You're going to have to find your own closure. You're mentally conflicted in this situation with this love situation, the two coming together. Again, finding your closure, finding someone to talk to. Once you exercise that and you move on and you find your closure, you're going to be able to reignite your passions, open up that heart chakra, and move forward with new relationship. But right now, you're kind of in this solitude. The tower kind of blew up, but kind of didn't blow up. But you need to close out these old cycles here. Okay, this is kind of like the high priestess and the tower all in one. You know what you need to do? You need to take your rest, but you can't remain here. You've got to close these old cycles out because you've got a soulmate relationship on the way where there's going to be harmony. Clear out negative energy so that you're able to move forward to your foundation abundance with the partner that you're destined to be with. Find your truth. You know, the truth is sometimes soulmates come, they go. Karmics come and go. Sometimes there are false people in our lives. And sometimes we have false contracts with people that we have to close out and end. No matter how painful, no matter how many times we've told ourselves, oh, this is absolutely the one for me. You know, sometimes they're not. You have to find your truth in this situation so you can move forward toward this partner that you're supposed to be with. Let's just kind of see. I love Oracle, what they have to say. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. Okay? Spend some quality time together. It's imperative that we spend quality time. Where's that solitude card at? It's imperative that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. You're going to have to find someone to talk to, Capricorn. You are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. Forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. Okay, forgive, let go, move on. Go toward your abundance. Work these things out. Talk to somebody. It's the only way you're going to get past it. It's the only way you're going to get through it. I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. This is talking about positive manifestation. So if you've been seeing ones everywhere, that's a snapshot of your mindset. What we put out there, we get back. I am abundant. I am love. I am loved. I am grateful. You know, instead of, why didn't this work out? I'm never going to have the love I need. I'm tired of always being hurt. If you put that out there, you're going to get that back. So make sure you're manifesting in a positive way in the month of June. Capricorn, that's what I have for you for your love and then some read for the month of June. I'll be back mid-June for love and separation.